everyone. Welcome back to the Plaster Dragon and another exciting episode of Drunk and Dread. We are doing our very first on-location episode here at the Coffee Shop of Horrors. So you can see the backdrop is a little bit different, the couch is a little different, but yes, we are live here at the Coffee Shop of Horrors. The setup is going to be a little different tonight. We are doing a non-alcoholic Coffee Shop of Horrors. We have shots of espresso for our drink. We've got iced coffee. We've got other drinks and things like that we are going to be having tonight as well. So yes, once again, look at the bottom of the screen. You'll be able to see that bits can be used to purchase certain punishments and certain benefits for some of the characters and things like that. So please be sure to pay attention to that at the bottom of the screen. We have a very special giveaway tonight as well. It is for a bag of organic coffee. I actually have it right here. It is for Judgment Day. It is a chocolate mint. I hope you can see it. Chocolate mint coffee. It is organic. It smells delicious. So we will be giving that away to a lucky viewer tonight. So pay attention to the stream. We also have another giveaway going on. As soon as the Plaster Dragon hits 100 followers, we have a very special coin. It is a D20 coin that was introduced during last night's game of blah blah blah. So we have that going on. Lots of giveaways happening here at the Plaster Dragon. Brian Weissman next week will be hosting a very special episode of Drunk and Dread. Cali Dragon and I will be in California, so I have it on good authority that it'll be an amazing adventure, and there's a good chance that there might be a zombie specific.
Ooh. There may be zombies involved, yes.
All right.
I don't mean the drink.
No, maybe the
song. Although, yeah. theming.
Before we get started this evening, we want to take a second and show you something cool that's happening here at this store, the Coffee Shop of Horrors. So, stand by.
Hey everybody, it's Cali Dragon. I am here with Nick and Matt at the Coffee Shop of Horrors. We are here on location in Montverde, Florida, getting ready for our Saturday night Drunk and Dread. So, Nick, tell us a little bit about the coffee shop and how it began.
Well, the easiest way to do that is to give you the spiel.
Okay.
And everyone who comes in, first-timers, popular cherry, we give them the spiel. Essentially, what I tell them when they walk in is, we're a 12-year-old business. My wife and I started this as a hobby. We started off with a dozen coffees, and all the artwork that we had were friends of ours, people that we had met, and known, and we started with the coffees. We wanted great coffee. We wanted coffee that you could not find anywhere else. We sell nothing over 30 days roasted. The coffees are all grade 1, fair trade, single source, and certified organic. We also have hand-blended organic teas and cocos, which we do in-house. Unflavored coffees, we have regionally African, Indonesian, Tanzanian, Guatemalan, Costa Rican, Ethiopian, Colombian, Sumatran, Zimbabwe espresso, New England blend, and a wonderful Mexican. Flavored-wise, I can't do that in one breath, but we have from an amaretto to a whiskey butterscotch vanilla. And all natural, no sugars. There are actual oils, extracts, spices, or reductions. We even have pumpkin spice all year round.
Nice. So, Matt, you have a Kickstarter going for some pretty amazing hot sauce. Can you tell us a little bit about that and about the special promotion that you have for viewers at the Plaster Dragon?
Absolutely. About 2 years ago, I started doing hot sauces. Got up to about 16 different flavors, and they range from not too hot to, my Four Horsemen's got the 4 hottest peppers in the world in it. So that one's pretty good. Basically, I've to get it out to the masses, it's going to cost quite a bit, and I need some help. So I started the Kickstarter. We're going to kick back to 5 of the most popular flavors that I was doing. And for a special promotion for you guys, if you back the Kickstarter starting at $25 or more, you will get a free bottle of the Plaster Dragon Louisiana-style Creole sauce. Just put in the comments, put Dragon. And I'll make sure that you get that extra bottle on top of the reward you already get.
All right, so I know this is a big question, but what is your favorite coffee here at the Coffee Shop of Horrors?
Well, unflavored or flavored, I'm going to start off with the unflavored coffees because my morning go-to is the Shrieking Toad, the Tanzanian pea berry. Unique thing about the Tanzanian pea berry, it has almost double the caffeine naturally. It's smooth, it's mellow, it's a medium roast. It's my favorite of our unflavored. Now, going with a flavored coffee, however, you have to go with my recipe. This is our game over. It's our peanut butter cup. And it is exactly as it sounds. And as you see, Mr. Peanut's having a really bad day. And unique thing about this artwork, it's his brother's. So we keep it all in the family here. All the artwork on all the bags are family to us.
Mine, I just happen to have sitting right here. Imagine that. My little Cupid friend. It's an Italian roast Colombian Supremo. This thing is amazing. I feel like really, really dark. And really dark flavors and stuff like that. This is the one to do. I do cold brew with this a lot.
Smooth and mellow.
Yep. And then flavor-wise, this is Snow White's Enchanted Apple. It's an apple strudel coffee, and you wouldn't think that would be a good coffee, but it's my wife's favorite. I love it. It's crazy good.
So you can find the Coffee Shop of Horrors at coffeeshopofhorrors.com. You can find the Kickstarter at sideshowsauces.com, and you can click on the little Kickstarter link. And as always, you can find us on Twitch TV /The Plaster Dragon. So tune in this Saturday for scares, laughter, copious amounts of alcohol at the Plaster Dragon for Drunk and Dread.
That's a little bit behind.
Oh, yeah.
So, Josh,
We're good.
So bring us back live.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. And that's just a few of the things. We want to say a big, big thank you to the Coffee Shop of Horrors once again for hosting us here and giving us delicious coffee, giving us delicious baked goods. So if you're ever in Central Florida, please make your way to the Coffee Shop of Horrors. With that being said, let's get started with tonight's game.
Scary. It is.
Hi, gang.
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
How are you, Billy?
Welcome to camp. It's summer camp. Did you guys know that?
So excited. I do now.
No. This is not just any camp, okay? This is Nick and Matt's Super Happy Fun Time Summer Camp, okay?
Yes.
Yay.
Wait, 4 kids.
Well,
It's 4 kids.
4 kids.
Everyone here at the table with me is a camp counselor here at the camp, and you are finally ready for the kids to arrive tomorrow. Now, to celebrate, you and the other counselors are sitting around a fire, and you're drinking, and you're smoking, and you're listening to rock and roll, and having lots of premarital sex.
Oh, gotcha.
You know? And you're just finding little secluded spots to do that because you're celebrating. It's your last night of freedom before you actually have to start doing your job, okay?
Aww.
It's been a long week. Everybody's been getting the cabins cleaned up. All the old decorations that have been kind of broken down and tattered, you're all like getting those taken down. Because, see, you know this. This place has not always been Nick and Matt's Super Happy Fun Time Summer Camp for kids. It used to be Castle Camp. It was weird. I mean, this would explain a lot to you guys. I mean, this would explain why the cabins have these weird plywood castle facades that are like faded over time, and why the cafeteria is covered in medieval weaponry hanging on the walls, you know, because it's for kids. You're all kind of old enough to remember when the news broke, why the camp shut down. I mean, hell, some of you might have even had neighbors or friends that went to this camp. And you're all actually sitting around the fire, and it's nice and cozy, and somebody's probably playing Wonderwall on an acoustic guitar, and Glenn, the senior counselor, is talking with all of you guys, and he's claiming that he knows what happened. Because he's claiming that he was here when shit went down the first time.
Glenn.
I know. Well, you guys know the story of Robbie, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Robbie was this regular dude. He was like the mascot here at Castle Camp, right? What did they call him? Knighty Knight. Because he was dressed in a knight costume. It was all black, so they called him Knighty Knight.
What else would he be
He would
called?
dress up in this full suit of armor, and he'd like take pics with the kids and shit, right? Robbie loved being the knight. He was just awesome at being the mascot. Problem is, Robbie was also a bit of a nerd, right? So like even when he took off the armor, like he would still talk like, hey, thee and thou, and bullshit like that, all right? It didn't help also that the kid also had night terrors, right? And he would occasionally, it's weird, he would wander around the camp. So all the
In
counselors...
the armor?
In the armor?
No, just in like pajamas
Did
and
he sleep
shit.
in the armor?
No, he didn't
Oh,
sleep in
of course
the
he did.
armor. But he would like walk around the camp, and the counselors were all trained to talk to this kid, right? So he would walk around, and like, you're not supposed to wake a sleepwalker.
No,
so they'd
it's
have to go up to him.
dangerous.
They had like code words. They'd be like "Nighty night, Rob," and he would just kind of like go off to bed. Or like if he was doing something like dumb, like looks like he was gonna walk off like the pier or something, they'd say, "Wake up, Robert!" They thought he was gonna like jump in the lake or some other shit. So anyway, this is what I hear, okay? And like I know for a fact I was in like a few cabins over. So Robbie, I don't know, man, like something happened. Either he was like super tired of getting picked on and just snapped, or like some say it was the night terrors, but in the middle of the night, Robbie gets up and he puts on the suit of armor and he like kills every single person in the cabin.
Oh.
Everybody in the bunk, man. And then he comes out of the bunk and there's like two other counselors and they're like, what? And he kills them too. And then the cops show up and they finally like take Robbie down and they killed him like right by the flagpole, man. Right in the middle of the camp. And that's why the place closed down.
What?
Yeah, and people still talk, man. They say that like late at night, dude, you can be like sitting there and all of a sudden you'll hear black armor like being dragged on the ground.
I don't like it.
And if you really want to see him, all you got to do is say, "Wake up, Robert. Wake up, Robert. Wake up, Robert." Boom! And then one of Glenn's friends comes charging out from the back and scares the shit out of you guys. It's all a pre-planned thing. This story has been told to all the newbies. You guys
shucks.
got... I mean, after a while, I know. After a while, everybody calms down. The kids show up at 7. Okay? So you guys got to get some sleep. It's a restless night. Everybody is sleeping, but it's not a good rest. Everybody has these visions of death and blood, and you think it's a bit of the story that you heard until the 4 of you wake up, and some of you are covered in blood, and that's where we're going to start tonight's story.
Oh.
So we're going to start this story with a toast.
Okay.
Here's to all the stories from now until we're dead. Here's to you. Here's to me. And to all of you, here's Dread. Who's ready for a shot of espresso, kids? Time to get jittery.
It's past my bedtime. Yeah.
Ooh, welcome to Camp Nighty Night.
Good thing I gave up caffeine. Sorry, Billy.
Wow, that's good. Oof.
Dang.
That's smooth.
Daddy got go-go juice.
That's very nice.
I will say I prefer that to the whiskey we had on episode 1.
Okay, guys, we are...
For now.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Hi.
Wow.
We are at the coffee shop of horrors. It has turned into my new favorite hangout spot. So we are going to try something a little bit different tonight. Some of these guys are old hands at this. Tim, you're a little bit new to the family,
New hands.
but I trust in you and your new hands. We're going to try a new dynamic to tonight's game. All right? At any point in this story, 4 of you are going to hear the words Nighty Night Rob. I'm going to you're either going to have cards in front of you, you're going to hand them back to me. Okay? That's how it's going to be. You're going to hear Nighty Night Rob, you're going to hand me the cards that are in front of you. They're playing cards, okay? Okay? I'm going to hand you some new cards back. Not the first time, because you're going to get cards for the first time, okay? All you need to do is look at your card. Okay? That's all you're going to do. You're going to look at your card and you're going to keep it face down. Okay? When you hear the words, "Wake up, Robert," gameplay resumes. So Nighty Night Robert, gameplay stops. You'll get cards. Wake up, Robert, gameplay resumes right where we left off. Understood?
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah.
We're good?
Sure.
Maybe?
I say Nighty Night Rob.
Okay.
You will get a card.
got
You
a
will
card.
look at it.
So we
Look
put
at
our
the
heads
card.
down, like heads up, 7 up.
No, you can keep it up. But this is inspired by a friend of the show, Hillary, who introduced us to a game of Werewolf. So, here's the thing. We're doing a slasher film tonight. And I couldn't decide between Freddy and Jason. So I did both.
Oh, good.
Cool, that's awesome.
Keep the card in front of you. If your card is red when you look at it and put it back down, you're channeling Robert. You're still driving the car. Your skill set is your own. Your mind is your own. But these people at the table are your enemies.
Oh.
You have to kill them.
Ooh.
Could be meticulous, calculated. Could be sudden and violent. The only person aware of who is channeling Robert at any given time will be me.
You mean it's going to change?
Oh yeah, because I'm changing the cards. So
Yeah, Nighty Night like that, yeah.
Nighty Night could be
Sometimes you will be,
Brian
sometimes
for
you
a little
won't.
bit. I take those cards back, and then it could be John. Maybe it's Tracy. Maybe it's Tim. Who knows?
Oh, that's good.
Who's ready to play?
Let's
Like
go.
I said, we start this game off. Everybody wakes up. You come out of your tents. I imagine that everybody's got individual places that they're sleeping. And the only thing that you see is that Scott comes out of his tent and he has no blood on him. And you are covered in blood. And you are covered in blood. And you are covered in blood. And the other minor detail is all of the other camp counselors are dead.
What?
Oh, yeah, no, that's a minor detail.
minor
That's
detail.
just really small.
And we know this?
You can see them.
Oh, they're just like all laying around dead.
Yep.
What did you guys do?
I just woke up.
Well, hold
I'm
on.
so sorry. You're the one who's not covered in blood. and
Right.
y'all-
So I probably didn't kill anybody because I'm not covered in
Or
blood.
you took off the rain poncho you
Right.
put on,
Go check.
or you killed them.
Go investigate my tent then. Go see if there's a bloody rain poncho in my tent.
I will. Let's go investigate his tent.
That's the last place you would leave it if he was to murder someone.
You have a point.
Fine. How do I prove to you guys I am not a murderer?
I'm sorry. One of
You
these
need to
things
promise-
is not like the other.
You need to promise that you're not the murderer.
I promise you guys, I am not the murderer.
I believe
Isn't
him.
that
I
exactly
believe
what
it.
the
I believe
murderer
it.
would say?
Yeah.
He promised. We
Wait,
took an oath
can
when
you-
we got the job here.
And-
Right,
Enrique.
can't both.
What are you, some kind of Boy Scout? Jeez.
Hey, Enrique is like a good guy, all right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know you come from a nicer part of town than we do, Virginia, but you know,
There's
some of
really-
us are working here because we need the money.
There's really only one way to tell if you really are telling the truth. You have to do the Camp Pinky Promise.
Okay,
Can you give the Pinky Promise?
I pinky promise to you, Alan,
Yes.
that I did not kill any of these people or cover any of you in blood.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He's
Nighty
telling the
night,
truth.
Rob.
We don't put our heads down or anything. We just look at our cards.
Okay.
Don't look yet.
That's for me, or is that for Tim? Okay.
No, that's for you.
Oh yay!
Don't look yet. Don't look yet.
I got a present.
Don't look yet. You can look. Wake up, Robert.
Then now we get them back, or
No, we can't.
we hang on for right now. All right, so I have already proven that I am not.
Proven.
The guy.
Proven
Okay.
by a pinky promise?
It was
Oh,
good
yeah,
enough for
proof.
it was good enough for Alan and for Enrique. I'm sorry, Miss Stuck-up rich girl, that you know my word is not good enough for you.
Help!
Where's it coming from?
It's coming from one of the tents near the back of the camp.
All right,
we run there.
We run
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
There's a lot of tents back there.
We like rummage through
All
the
right,
tents.
I'll
pull
figure out
up-
what tent it
yeah.
is.
Okay, figure out what tent it is. You can probably figure out that it's going to take some time, but if you want to find it quickly, you can pull up Rick.
How many of us need to pull to find it quickly?
She was the first one to ask.
Oh my gosh, this tower is awful.
We got a brand new tower, and it is harder to pull
Oh
bricks
my
from.
gosh.
So you're looking, and you know exactly where that's coming from because that's coming from Glenn's tent.
Glenn! Oh no!
Glenn!
Glenn.
So you tell us that it's coming from Glenn's tent.
It's coming from Glenn's tent, guys.
Glenn! Oh no!
It's
Not
convenient
Glenn.
that she knew who the last survivor was.
She's listening. She's got ears. Wait, are you the killer?
Absolutely not. But I'm listening.
Wait. Do you promise?
Pinky promise.
You got a pinky promise.
All right.
Okay, no, guys, she's telling the truth.
I believe
it checks
her.
out.
Okay, I'm sorry for the insulting things I said to you, Virginia.
Exactly.
I am. I hope you can
I
forgive me.
don't know if I believe her.
Alan, come on.
She pinky promised. Hey, you know what? We're wasting time. I want to go check on Glenn.
Let's go check on Glenn.
Who all is going to check on Glenn?
I'll go check on Glenn.
I'll go check on Glenn as well.
I'm gonna wait outside the tent.
Although that's scary.
That's suspicious.
I'm going in to check on him.
You walk into the tent, and it is. You see a blood track that looks like he may have crawled his way into the tent. He looks up at you guys and goes, No, stay back. Stay back, please. I'm sorry, it was just a story. It was just a story. Stay back.
Glenn, who did this to you?
Stay back.
Glenn, are
You did it. Don't even play coy, dude. Don't even
I
play.
knew it.
I didn't do it. Look, there's no blood.
Glenn drops unconscious.
Okay, look. I played a doctor in a show once. I'm gonna stabilize him, okay?
Okay.
Sure, pal.
I wasn't expecting anyone to listen to me, but-
Unfortunately, that did not jive with your backstory before we got started. So I'm definitely going to have you pull a break. How do you stabilize the bleeding camp counselor in front of you?
I am going to tear. Okay, how is he? How much? What's going on? Where is he bleeding from?
It is hard to tell. It looks like this dude is just like ran through a lawnmower blade.
Ooh. And do I see any places where there's more blood coming, or?
Yeah, you look and see he's got a really nasty cut over his abdomen. It looks like.
All right, I am going to just take off my shirt, and I'm going to kind of apply direct pressure to his abdomen because, you know, in that show I played the doctor. So how much different could this be?
Cool, perfect.
Yeah.
I love this. This is the teen heartthrob moment. You
Right.
rip off the shirt, and
Exactly.
somehow it's oiled underneath the shirt.
That's right.
For some reason.
Shaved, oiled, you
Yes,
know.
yeah.
Just like in all of those movies.
So you,
Oh, this isn't good.
you rip off your shirt.
For the camera, this is my
I'm
hand
waiting
right
for the
now.
comments about the plastic dragon being shirtless again.
You rip off.
This is for you, Firehawk.
We've got a thing about that.
You rip off your shirt and you are like tearing it into bandages and things like that.
My arm, my hand. Oh my God, this is terrible.
And as you're ripping the shirt off, you're ripping it into small little patches, and you get over and you manage to stabilize Glenn. He still looks real bad off. He still looks worse for wear, but you managed to get him stabilized. He is still unconscious, but you look like you've stopped a good portion of the bleeding.
He's lost a lot of blood, guys. He's clearly delirious, but I've
Yeah, look at all this
stabilized him.
blood that fell out of him.
I've stabilized him.
You do realize that there is a first aid kit outside in whose tent?
Would any of us know? Like, I'll run and grab a first aid kit.
Well, we would know if it was
Would
our
any of you
tent.
know?
I have one in my tent.
Okay, we
Okay.
Yeah.
should
Let's go get it
send
from
him
the
by
tent.
himself. We shouldn't go alone with one other person because that's how people die.
Okay, I'll go with you. Let's go get the first
Okay,
aid kit from
sure.
the tent.
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem.
All right, the two of them head back to the tent to grab a first aid kit.
Yep.
And then you two are staying there. What's his name is Glenn is bleeding profusely, and all of a sudden you hear the sound of metal on metal outside. All four of
Like
you hear.
armor
You
kind of
two
a thing?
hear- Yeah, you could guess that it might be the sound of armor, but it sounds like metal on metal. It looks like, I don't know, like maybe the sound of like a car accident, or like this is hard hitting metal on metal.
Are we far away from any road?
You aren't sure. It was a long night of drinking and
True.
smoking and premarital sex. So, like, you'd have to check to see if you were a long way away from the road.
Okay, well, I want to remember.
Okay, so while you're walking towards the tent, all of a sudden Enrique stops and he climbs up on a rock, and it's a big ass rock, and he is standing on the rock and he's kind of looking for where the road is. And no, he thinks he spots it in the distance. Oh, yeah, that's right. You look like you're about a mile away from where the road is. And you can actually see it's still pretty dark outside. You guys kind of went far away so that the other people wouldn't realize you guys were like smoking and stuff like that.
Well,
but
yeah.
the road's about a mile away.
So, but that's further away than we would have been able to hear that. It wasn't a car accident then.
No, it was not a car accident.
That wasn't a car accident.
No.
I know.
What do you think it was?
I don't know, man. And then I'm gonna push him.
Off the rock?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I need you guys to make a contested pull.
Okay, so we both
you
pull at the same
each-
time?
You each pull at the same time.
Okay.
Wait. Are you in a good position to pull?
I think
I can lean back or something.
Okay, I can. We can get nice and close here. You know, no problem.
I'll just sit on Billy's lap. It's fine.
Let's see who does this first.
Oh, like at the same time?
Ooh,
Like,
this
who
is
gets it
Are
scary.
we going now? Are we going now?
Ooh.
You can give up the pull if you like, since you got beat.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So it's a race.
You got beat hard.
I didn't know it was a race. So I was confused.
So you're standing on the rock, and then your buddy, who you've been serving with at the camp for a while, gets up and pushes you, tries to shove you hard off the rock, and you're used to being a little quick because you do the archery and stuff like that, right? So you actually grab his hand as he goes to push you.
You never promised you weren't the murderer.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because the other two promised. But that's not cool, man. Did you do the stuff that was in the camp?
I don't know.
Well, did you want to push me off this rock?
I mean, kind of.
That's
Like
not
deep,
very
deep
nice.
down, I don't understand. I've never felt this way
I don't
before.
appreciate. I don't like that. I don't like that you did that.
Nighty night, Rob.
Very subtle.
No, right?
I push him off the
Push him
rock.
off the rock.
It's just shaking here.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
Someone is going to die so soon.
I absolutely did that on purpose. I'm fine if it's me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't look yet. I almost looked, but I did not look.
Go ahead and look. Wake up, Robert.
But yeah, that's. Do you promise you're not going to murder anyone else?
I mean, I promise from the bottom of my pinky that. I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Okay, let's go get the
As
first
their
aid kit.
pinkies pull back, a sword comes out of the clearing behind them and flies past them and hits a tree right where their pinkies were.
the hell?
And as you guys turn and look, you see something that looks like rusted metal standing off in the distance. And the lights are not bright, the moon is not full, but you look to see what looks to be a lumbering figure that's standing there. And as you look, the sword dissipates in a cloud of black smoke and reappears in the knight's hand.
Cool. Let's run.
Check-in isn't until 7.
I love the way emo kids.
Someone,
taste like
it stops and stares at you,
I love the way emo kids.
and you hear a voice in your head that's only you can hear. Are you making fun of me?
No, I'm just telling you that you have to.
I'm gonna
wait.
need you to dodge the thing that's flying in the air towards you.
He was just giving good camp service.
The sword goes flying through the air, blade over hilt, and as it flies forward, it smacks into where he was once standing. He jumps off of the rock where they were doing the pinky promise, and the sword flies through the air and lands into a tree. And as it does, what do you guys do?
Run your tent to get the first aid
We'll run
kit.
to my tent, get the first aid kit, go back to the.
Oh, you're taking time? Okay. As you run inside the tent, who's going inside the tent?
It's my tent, so
Yeah,
I know where the
it's your
first
tent,
aid
you know where it
kit.
is.
So
I'll
I'll
be like,
run
all the way out here in case the night guy comes
Yes.
around.
Perfect. The night guy starts walking towards the tent as you
The night guy's coming around.
Here,
Yep,
you
you
go
walk
that
towards the
way and
tent.
distract him, and I'll get the first aid kit and then go back.
5, 4, 3. What are you doing? 2.
Running.
You run that
He
way,
runs that
Run in the
way.
direction
and then
that
I'm
you
gonna
tell.
grab the first.
Nobody's thought to tell you guys, and you are grabbing the first
aid kit.
All right, are you guys doing anything, or are you just standing
We're
there
still back
where
at the
Clem
other
is?
tent, right? How far away are they from us?
I would say not too far away.
Like we can
50.
see what's going on?
No, it's too dark out, but
Taking
you're
an
hearing
awful-
commotion.
It's taking an awfully long time for them to get that first aid kit.
Yeah, why don't
you
we
think?
go and check on...
Yeah.
Do I think that he'll be okay if I leave him here with the bandage wrapped around him?
You are a teenage camp counselor that played a doctor once.
Right, exactly. Do I think he'll be okay? I'm not asking
Yes.
for accurate information. I'm asking what I think.
You pray in your heart of hearts that Glenn will be okay with your t-shirt bandage.
Virginia, this is good. Glenn's gonna be okay. Let's go.
Okay.
The
We run towards where they are.
All right, so what you see is you see a figure in black armor walking towards a tent, and it's rusted and green and coming off in places, and you see Enrique running away in the opposite direction.
What's wrong?
There's a night guy. He threw his sword at me.
As you are in the tent rummaging, you see a feel a cold presence walking towards the tent, so I'm going to need you to either pull a brick or the killer is very close to you right now. Okay? So what I have in front of me are 5 bullets.
Okay.
One of which is filled with a very hot pepper.
Oh no!
Sriracha, and the other are just plain. Oh no, I apologize. It is not sriracha. It is Carolina Reaper powder.
Are you kidding me?
So
And the rest are fine.
the rest are plain milk chocolate.
Wait. So is it mixed with the milk chocolate or is it straight up pepper?
It is filled with Carolina Reaper pepper.
Oh,
So you can pull.
Russian
The
roulette.
killer is really close to you, and you are in a tent with the
I
flap
did
closed.
try to tell him.
Now, hang on. I will mitigate this. I will mitigate this if somebody wants to try to distract the knight.
Do you love me or do you not love
I
me?
was
You did just try to kill him, so.
But before we do that, let's do this. Nighty night, Rob.
oh,
Oh man.
Take those. Take that. Take that. Do that.
we might have to do a new story after intermission.
Do that.
I don't know if we're gonna make it to intermission. Can we look yet?
You can look. Wake up, Robert.
Well, I was the last one to see him, so I'll go and distract him while he's getting a first aid kit.
I'll find a weapon to defend us.
Okay. Can I grab the sword from the knight's hand?
It's an interesting pull. Are you doing anything to distract him?
I go over to that area
Yep.
and then I stand there.
All right.
Is there like a big rock around that I could
There
grab?
is a big rock around that you
All
can
right.
grab. You looking for like a really deadly rock?
Yeah, like a
Yeah, you could look for that.
something like if I like had it in my hand. And
Yeah,
like,
you could totally look for that.
All right.
You could totally look for that.
What do I need to do to find that?
You could have to pull a brick for
All
me.
right.
So you're looking around, it's kind of stir the moment. Not a lot of rocks, it was a campground. So you actually walk
sorry, I
right
made that
past to
wobbly
where
as hell.
the knight was, and you are looking around for this
Hands off the table.
big rock that you might be able to like throw or protect your friends with, and you find something that's going to work extremely well. You like reach down into the ground, lift this rock up out of the ground, and you lift it above your head just to kind of test out
just
the
put it back.
weight.
Yeah, because
and
I realized
test
when
out
I was
the
trying to pull that out that
strength.
this one was way easier.
And yeah, you have a huge ass rock in front of you.
You're so shaky.
You lift the rock above your head. You're testing out the weight. And yep, looks good. You got a big ass rock.
Okay.
Tim, I'm so sorry, pal. Nobody distracted. Nobody mitigated the damage. So you can take a bullet, or you can pull 2 bricks.
Take a bullet.
I think I'm gonna have to eat the bullet. I'm gonna have to literally bite the bullet.
So,
here.
ladies and gentlemen, these are what the bullets look like. One of these bullets is milk chocolate. The other one is filled with a Carolina Reaper pepper. There are 5 bullets.
I'm trying to sit back down.
This
carefully.
is one of the things that you can get on the Kickstarter for Sideshow Sauce. It is called Reaper Roulette, a game of chance.
Jesus Christ. So like,
So-
is there something I have in case I,
Yeah, is there anything for him to drink?
There is
we have
coffee.
a question over here.
Now, somebody has asked how many bits to force someone to eat a chocolate.
At least 1,000.
I feel like that's
at least 1,000.
Oh my
You do
god.
1,000?
I would say
least
either
1,000.
500 or 1,000.
Let's go 1,000. If you want to force somebody to take a bullet, I also have these chips.
Oh,
The 4 in one hit.
That's
We'll
guaranteed.
make those a 15. How about that?
Oh, God.
15.
You have
Explain
explain
that
what
to
they are,
them.
'cause I watched
These
somebody
are
do these.
4 horsemen. I think these are the 4 hottest peppers in the world, all on one tortilla chip. So, yeah, we're going to make those 15,
I
and we'll do
watched
1,000 to
somebody do
make
this,
somebody
and
take
it
a
was really
bullet.
bad. really
So,
bad.
Tim?
Oh, God.
Yep.
Do we have a bucket for vomit? I'm just asking.
Oh,
Yeah, I might
They
die.
were crying profusely.
I'm
like they
actually
liked
scared
spicy,
right
and
now.
they were like sobbing like a
Wait,
small
what?
child.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
This is
Actually
a horror
scared right
game,
now.
Tim. So you know.
Yeah, no,
God.
that's.
Tim,
Normally we're way
I'm
more
going to need
wasted
you to
for horror
choose a
sake.
bullet in 5, 4,
This one.
We
You
have
got this. You got
3,
this.
2, 1. Once again, thank you so much, Coffee Shop of Horrors
Do it.
And sideshow
Eat it.
sausage.
and
Eat it.
Sideshow
Eat it,
Sauces.
man. You got this.
Tim.
What are the
Tim,
chances?
Oh God. Oh god.
Is it?
Is it the pepper?
Are you serious?
No.
5 bullets and you chose the pepper one?
He's not crying. I'm not sure.
Or he's
It's
just
either that or it's
trying to
dark
leg.
chocolate. Nope.
Sure.
What is it? Is
Do you
it?
have water?
Did anybody have water?
You'll know the difference
Water is not going
between
to.
yes and no.
I think he picked it. 1 out of 5 shot.
Pick it?
Did you pick it?
He's not crying.
He's not crying.
Kim, you have to tell
I
us.
think it is. I'm like
He's
feeling
crying.
it.
He's crying. Just like that, unfortunately, Tim.
That was fast.
Tim's character
Oh god.
goes to pick up the sword, and as he goes to pick up the sword cuts right through the middle and finger right here, down the arm like this, straight through, and cuts his arm in half. And that means only one thing, that that unfortunately Alan is dead, but Robert is very, very much alive.
So I can play Robert. Cool.
So Robert gets out of moves away from the tent, and he sees this man holding a giant rock. He sees this man standing very close to the
Does it
tent,
get
not doing
worse?
anything.
Well, further away, not as.
Yeah.
Are we sure that 4 are chocolate and the other?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's not
I'm
like
feeling-
5 bullets, 1 has pepper powder.
I
So we're
may
sure.
have fixed the game a little bit.
The hell, Matt?
Did you really?
Oh god.
Matt.
We have it on authority.
No, Matt.
Matt might have fixed the game a little bit. Are you saying there might be more than 1 in there?
There might be more than 2 in there.
There might be more than 2. So the game continues with the bullets.
So if I run away at any point, just know why.
Tim, you are free from any and all challenges this evening unless you really, really want to. You are set. You are good.
It depends on how this is going.
Sip some of the
I'll
coffee
give him some milk.
and milk.
So Matt,
Holy crap.
is it possible that there was more than 4 in that box? No. Okay.
No. So it's still roulette.
It's still roulette.
It's still roulette. We're just playing with a loaded gun.
Now, if you ever get to the nutsack, that's a completely different.
I haven't introduced the nutsack yet. The nutsack is coming at intermission.
And I see no reason for those in the Bitland. I see no reason why Billy is not eligible for the chip. If you want to pay bits, I'm sure Billy would yes and that.
So Robert, you come out, and actually I was wrong. Scott is closer to you.
Oh,
It actually
see?
wasn't Enrique. Scott is standing very close to you, and you are holding a giant sword in your hand. Scott, you are holding a giant rock.
I am going to run toward Enrique.
Okay.
Why?
Scott starts running towards you, Enrique, with a giant rock in his hand.
Ah, what are you doing? You said you weren't the murderer.
I wasn't the murderer, but there's a murderer chasing me.
So let's run.
That's what I'm doing. You don't have to stand there.
You're running in a very threatening manner. I was just making sure.
I'm a little bit frightened, thank you very much.
I'm sorry.
He's going to get to you in 5,
We run.
4.
I'm running.
I run too.
All right. The 3 of you start running, and you start seeing that some of the lights in the camp are on. Specifically, the camp surrounding the flagpole at the very center. You are about a mile away, and you hear the sound of the black armor following you at a close distance.
Guys, if the story is true, I bet that if we go to the flagpole, that's his weakness.
Yeah,
The flagpole is his weakness.
that makes sense.
That was like where all of it ended, right?
It's where he fell once.
Oh, he fell off the flagpole.
No,
So-
he died at the
He
flagpole.
died at the flagpole.
I
How
think
did
so.
he die?
Cop shot him.
Did the cops shoot him?
We were wasted on premarital sex and weeds.
Oh man.
You didn't do any of that stuff. You're not even saying it right, okay?
Robert, you come walking out of the woods and standing right in front of them, and the 3 of them are in conversation, so I'm going to let you pick out one of them to target. Tim, which one?
Can I see him
Oh,
and try and
I'm sorry.
throw a rock at
Dude,
it?
this just seriously so hot. Like,
Really introspective.
oh god.
Can I
I was
see
thinking
him
like, is my
try
life
and
over?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll allow that.
So I see them 3.
You see the 3 of them. Who are you gonna walk towards?
Well, the only person that I haven't really attacked yet is you.
Okay. So
Virginia.
So Robert comes
Yeah.
out of the woods, and he is walking slowly towards you, and he has a sword. And at that moment, Scott picks up the giant rock that he has in his hand,
Look out behind you, I yell.
and he throws it
chuck
right at you.
Can I duck?
You can certainly try. So this rock is thrown with a lot of force. It is a very heavy rock. The rock goes flying through the air, and as the rock goes flying, hurtling towards the air towards you, you manage to do this unbelievable duck, and as you duck down to the ground, the rock flies past your head, smashing into a tree and splintering the tree where it stands.
Oh my god, are you alright? That slipped.
The only reason that I fail at this is because I'm also drunk.
So here is what happens after that. While that is happening, Virginia, you see just enough to see Robert come walking out of the woods towards you with sword drawn, and he is moving at a sprint, and the two of them cross paths. So Scott goes this way, Robert goes this way, and he is running towards you. I need to know what you're going to do.
Wait, Scott is...
Scott runs past you to throw a rock, right?
Yeah.
At Enrique, and Robert is coming at you.
Oh god, okay, I'm going to run towards Scott.
Okay?
And I'm going to say, give me that rock. I've got a really good...
He just threw the rock. It's against a tree. I will say that it's behind you. It hit a tree and fell to the ground.
Okay, so I can grab it?
Yes.
Okay, I run over and I grab the rock.
All right. Robert is moving towards you. You are standing by Enrique, and Robert is standing towards you.
And I throw it at Scott's head.
Throw the rock at Scott's head. As you pick up the rock and throw it at Scott's head, Scott, I'm going to need a pull so you can dodge that, please.
Can I elect to take a challenge instead?
Ooh.
Yes, and I will allow you to catch that rock out of midair.
Oh.
However, if you fail this challenge, the rock is going to come at you, and it is going to hurt you badly or kill you outright.
Well, if I miss the pull, it's probably going to kill me outright anyway.
This is true.
And I don't think that my hand is steady enough to make a pull on this tower at this moment, though I could give it a try.
So what would you like to do?
Do a challenge.
I'm trying to decide between...
There's a good chance it's 50-50.
I think you should do the challenge.
I'm going to go for a challenge.
Yes,
what
please,
the hell?
thank you. I don't want to be alone. It's real bad. It's real bad.
I am trusting Matt that it is not actually a no-win scenario, and so if he was lying, that's just fine. I'm going for the bullet.
Doesn't matter, he's enjoying himself.
I'm going for a bullet. I'm going to try and catch the rock with something other than my face.
I got a little bit more milk here.
All right. You put your hands up and catch the rock, and I will actually pause it right there and say Nighty Night Rob.
So apparently there were two killers that time.
Sorry.
Was there?
Or more. Tim, did you want to give your card back
Oh,
before Billy
am I
hands them
supposed
out?
Not looking.
Did you see
Yeah.
it? Should I give him
I'm just going to
another
pop the
one?
whole thing in my mouth.
And
Yes,
the
nothing to
rock
do.
goes hurtling towards your face, and you put your hands up to catch the rock,
That's good chocolate.
Oh, damn it.
and catch that rock out of midair
Virginia, what the hell?
as the sword comes hurtling towards you.
Oh god. Do we get to look at these yet? Not yet. Okay.
Yeah,
So
wake
I
up,
need to
Robert.
duck.
Look
Okay.
look at your card.
Okay, so I need to duck. And oh crap, what do I do?
You have a sword coming at you. You can duck. That is a choice you can make.
I'd like to try to catch the sword, but I don't think I'm going to be able to.
Sure, you can totally catch the sword. How are you doing that?
Challenge.
Because I'm so amazing with dexterity that I can just.
I
like,
need
grab that
you,
out of it.
Virginia, to physically describe to me how you plan on catching a sword swinging towards you.
Well, swinging. It's not flying through the air.
No, it's in his
Okay,
hand.
it's in his hands. Okay, then I'm going to do an amazing block with it, and then try to grab the sword as it swings
Your
around.
arm's not sword-proof.
No, I'm
can block
blocking
the
his
flag.
arm.
Oh,
The
okay.
arm, and then grab that sword.
Okay, you were gonna block
Yes.
armor with your
Sure. Absolutely.
arm.
Fragile little camp
Yes.
counselor arm.
Okay.
All right, as I see this going into motion and knowing how jittery my hand is already and the fact that I dodged a bullet quite literally, I'm going to realize that she was probably possessed the same way I was because my head is clear now.
Okay.
And I'm going to turn and shout, Virginia, no! And I am going to charge and I am going to tackle Robert.
You're gonna try.
You're
Oh! You're gonna
and
Sacrifice.
and with that, Scott goes, Virginia, no! Still not wearing a shirt, chest glistening. And as he does, it's slow motion. You almost hear chariots of fire playing in the background. And he goes, Virginia, no! And it does a flying tackle. And as he goes to tackle, another sword manifests in Robert's hand. And Scott very bravely impales himself on the other sword. And Robert brings the sword forward to try to hit Virginia, and he's just bonking Virginia with Scott's dead body. Oh man! Trying to, and then he takes the sword again and is just against a tree as he's being beaten to a pulp. You have a few wonderful seconds for
It's already gonna fall.
the two of you to try to make
We gotta.
Take that, Trevor.
a
Hang on.
a
We gotta do
valiant
this.
run. A valiant run towards the flagpole. That is two of our heroes down. And as that happens, Robert turns and looks at you. And looks at you running. And cocks his head. And takes a few halting steps into the woods. And vanishes.
Oh no!
Hey, we're still alive.
We just watched our friends die. Are you? Do
I'm
you have
really
problems?
devastated right now. Really, really devastated.
Okay.
So that's awful.
So I don't
Trying
like.
to bring humor because I'm so emotional.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't like that we were fighting with rocks. So we have an archery
You
range.
can't pass on that sort of timing. So just as Enrique says, I'm really sad that we were fighting with rocks, an arrow comes shooting out from the woods.
They found the archery range.
So I'm going to need you to pull a brick.
Okay.
Oh, both of us. Or?
Yep.
Oh, both.
And I will let you know when to stop.
Oh, we just keep pulling?
Yep. Arrow flies by and boom. Misses one of you.
You can go on
misses
the far
the
side bottom, too.
other.
Never mind.
Another arrow comes flying out. They continue to fly. You run past the archery range, and as you're flying, you realize that it is about an hour before the kids arrive, so you have plenty of time. And stop. That's good. So you've made it out of the archery range, and you're actually standing at the flagpole right now. And as you're at the flagpole, a scene starts to envelop in front of you. It is a scene of a young boy coming running out of a cabin, and he is wearing full black armor, and he says, "No, stop! It wasn't me! It wasn't!" And just as he says that, a police car manifests itself in between you and the boy, and police officers come out of the police cars and go, stop right where you are. And the boy is shouting, no, it wasn't me. No, it was somebody else. I wasn't even wearing the armor. And the police open fire, and I'm going to need you two to get out of the way of this gunfire.
We're not going to make it to intermission, are we?
I don't think so. I feel like this. Sorry. Oh, you made it.
Just as Virginia ducks out of the way of this gunfire, and as she does, Enrique does as well, and the bullets pump into this vision that you see standing in front of you, and as the bullets hit him and he falls to the ground, he stops and he's coughing blood, and a shape wearing armor comes walking out of the woods towards where this boy was. And the cops go, "Oh shit." And as the shape comes walking out of the woods, it places a hand on Robert, who's bleeding on the ground, and he says, "Nighty night, Robert." And Robert closes his eyes, and the knight looks at the police officers, and everybody in the scene gets up almost like actors in a play. Police officers, boy bloodied on the ground, the knight, and they all stop and they look at the two of you, and the policemen pull their guns. Robert pulls his sword. The knight pulls his sword. And that's where we're going to take our intermission, folks.
Oh my God!
We have 2 players still up and running. We have a knight that is chasing them, and we have 3 bullets, one of which we know to be filled with pepper. We have a 4 horsemen, 1 chip challenge. We also have something that we haven't even introduced yet called Satan's Nutsack Challenge. And I will read a little bit. Can you keep Satan's nuts in your mouth for 5 minutes? And we will see you all in just a little bit.
Oh my God, I know what you're doing with that.
Hi everybody, welcome back. Thank you so much for standing by at intermission while we got some more coffee, while some of us got a little bit of food, while some of us used the restroom. Once again, we have an amazing giveaway tonight of coffee. Don't forget to go to the chat and type the word camp. We are going to be giving away this organic bag of coffee. As soon as the game ends, we will be choosing our winner. So stick around once again and follow the directions. Thank you so much to all of the people behind the scenes. Tonight there's a lot of people behind the scenes. Josh producing, thank you so much. Austin, Hill, Sam, everybody there that's kind of like throwing support our way. And all the mods, Fire, thank you so much. Maya, for putting up with our shenanigans and while we film here at the Coffee Shop of Horrors. So once again, type in the word camp, read those messages that are being sent on the chat. At the end of this game, we will be choosing a winner. So now, we are... we drink alcohol during this game, but I've never seen people so hopped up on caffeine.
It's real bad. Like,
I somehow
I'm feeling
feel
real
the caffeine's
jittery, like-
worse.
Yeah.
It's harder.
I get that. It just is a testament to the Coffee Shop of Horrors and how good this caffeine is. All right, so we come back, and we are at the flagpole, and it is the two of you standing at the flagpole as the police officers all turn towards you, and Robert gets up from the ground and a sword manifests in his hand, and as that happens, Robert in knight form comes walking out of the woods as well, and all four of these spectral images are staring directly at you with weapons and swords drawn. Nighty night, Robert.
It's still going on.
Of course it is. It's always good.
Wake up, Robert. What do you do?
I put my hands up. I go, I'm sorry.
At the night?
Yeah. We didn't mean to upset you. That's not what we were trying to do. We were just having some fun sex and drugs.
You didn't think that spectral images could look confused? But like all of those YouTube videos of dogs that hear a noise and simultaneously cock their heads to the side, all four of these spectral images go, and cock their head to the side.
I'm sorry. We'll leave. If you want us to leave, we'll leave.
Something new happens.
I would hope so.
You hear a sound coming from behind you, and you see a black suit of armor. But it's unlike the suit of armor that you've seen before.
So now there's three of them.
This one's new.
Okay.
It's black and shining, and it's polished, and it is moving towards you, and it's moving with a lack of grace that the other ones were wearing and were employing when they were walking towards you.
Because this one's empty.
Are there weapons anywhere? Anything that could be used as a weapon at any forge?
I don't know. Are there any weapons?
Even if it's a big, long, like, stick that I could use as a club.
I don't know. Are there any weapons? Actually, how good of a weapon do you want?
Oh, Jesus.
I want a really good weapon.
All right, you can pull a brick for a good weapon. You can get a bullet for a great weapon.
I want a great weapon.
Are you a great weapon master?
If you pull a bullet and there is pepper in that, I'll give you the best weapon I can come up with conceivably.
If there is pepper or is not
If there
pepper?
is pepper.
If there is pepper.
Well, you flip this one. The one that you flipped, I'm taking.
Okay, so Virginia looks around.
I am not good with spicy stuff, for the record.
She is a wimp when it comes to spice. Virginia goes running towards one of the cabins that is off to the side, and she throws open the door, and you guys have been cleaning up some of the decorations, and you realize that this was the cabin that people were tending to throw decorations into, and you open up
One by
a chest that's at the end of the room, and as you throw open the chest, you're rummaging around, and a light kind of flips on inside the cabin, and as you reach down into the chest, you grab something, and as you pull it out,
That's really good chocolate.
Oh man.
it's one of those flails. It's one of those like little flails, like you have it and you can like wave it above your head and stuff like that. And it is great. The chain's a little like rotted through a little bit. But it's a nice decent looking flail.
I really wanted a good weapon.
Flails are good.
You want another bullet?
Honestly, the fact that I'm the only one who's gotten this pepper, it's a testament to like how my life is.
Yes, I'm doing this.
No, that's
yes.
Oh my god! You are a wimp when it comes to spice.
I know. This is gonna be so bad.
You take the flail and you're like, this is great. A normal, sane person would really enjoy having this weapon when fighting against
Including
beings that were there. And I just imagine that Enrique is standing outside being like, so, do you guys come here a lot? Or like,
This
it's
feels
just
like
like a
Is there still
normal...
milk over there just in case?
Yeah, I
This
guess
I
feels
die?
like the Kill Bill moment. Not the Kill Bill. This feels like the Pulp Fiction moment
So
when
you're waving the flail above your head to try to get a good feel of it. And as you do, the flail... The
Oh my god, that
flail...
hit really hard, really fast.
The flail hits a wall, and the wood splinters off the wall, and something falls down to the ground, and it's a little wooden sword, and it says training sword, property of Robert.
I can smell that.
really.
Oh, yeah.
It's really painful.
But
don't know
you
that-
got your weapon.
I don't know if Tim actually had one.
No, I did. It wasn't as bad. Like I don't know. Maybe I have good tolerance or something. On
Okay.
the inside, I was screaming very loud.
Oh my
But
god.
this, you know.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's coming.
She definitely got one, and I could smell it.
We
Yeah.
may need a little bit more milk if anybody can hear this, like
okay,
from the
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So
That
you
prevents the burp.
have this wooden sword, and the people are still staring at you. This person wearing the new gleaming armor comes towards you, and
Oh god, it just gets worse.
they take their helmet off, and it's Glenn.
Glenn!
It's the guy telling the story, and he said it was a prank. It was a whole big thing. Like when he died, like I was walking around with everybody was covered in fake blood, and like
Glenn!
he hadn't killed anybody. So when he came running out of the cabin screaming, like, but
Glenn!
I mean, nobody back there is really dead. We
You're
were just
not
doing it to mess
dead.
with
Oh my God.
you guys. But I don't know what all of this. And as he says that, the spectral form of Robert walks over. And
Hi, buddy. Who are you?
he walks through the armor. The brand new, fresh, gleaming armor. And Glenn stops talking. And Glenn looks at you.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong, Glenn?
And he puts the helmet down.
Oh no.
And he said, you can hear it through the armor. It said, oh, it was a game. It was a joke.
That's good.
I like jokes.
I do too.
What?
Nighty night, Robert.
I'm not Robert. Oh yeah, that.
And the spectral,
Well, I've forgotten how to play
the
the game.
spectral forms are gone. And your two friends are back.
Okay.
Your two friends are back.
My two friends are back.
Hey.
Everybody's standing there.
Reshuffle. I saw his cards. Sorry. Unless that's okay.
You know what? Your two friends are back.
Uh-oh.
Everybody's
Oh.
gathered around the flagpole.
Oh shit.
And Robert sits in a chair facing everybody, and the only person holding anything is Virginia, and she's holding a wooden sword in her hand. And Robert walks over, takes his sword, and slams it into the ground, and says, I like playing games. And you notice that sword is right in the middle of all four of you. And he's like, how about a new game? Last person standing gets to walk out of here.
Okay.
He shoves his sword right in the middle.
Okay, Glenn. Your name is Robert? It's a cool name.
Wake up, Robert.
I don't know if I could do that or not, but I figured I'd try. Just
Okay.
grab the sword.
Yeah, you grab the sword.
You gotta
You grab the sword.
eat
Yeah.
the sword.
You grab the sword.
You gotta eat it.
Okay,
Gotta
grab
eat
the
that
sword.
man.
So what now? What do I have to do? I just eat it?
Yep.
Okay. And then that means I have it. And
You've got the sword.
This is gonna be fun. Ready?
Scott eats the sword. He's dead.
Scott eats the sword. That's right.
Good luck. Milk doesn't help as much as you think it's gonna help.
And it's real bad.
Yeah, no, I can taste the difference immediately.
Yeah, it's real bad. It's real
That is
bad.
not great.
It gets worse. Don't
It
worry.
get-
It
it's
gets
Guys,
worse.
I'm
progressive.
the only one that didn't have never.
Oh,
shouldn't have
sweet
opened
mother
my
of mercy.
damn
Holy-
mouth.
That is
Matt,
right.
what the hell did you put in that thing?
Death.
Carolina Reaper pepper.
Oh my god.
Once again, folks, a Reaper Roulette is part of the Sideshow Sauces. Please
Lord,
log
excuse
on to
me.
the Kickstart and fund this.
Sneaky.
That doesn't help as much as you think it's going to.
All right, the four of you are
You're walking
Standing
the spice
around.
all
Please
over your
don't.
mouth. That's
and
not-
Rob.
Don't do-
I'm good.
Please don't.
all right. If you need to go, just
No,
push
no.
him to the side.
No, I'm fine.
Do you have salt? Do you have like salt?
Salt.
Yes.
No,
salt.
that's not gonna help.
It's basically you're overloading your tongue with something else.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good. I just got
Okay,
the
that's
hiccups. The spice just gave me the hiccups.
Spice.
Oh, that did that to me too. So you're fine.
Four of you are standing in the.
Okay.
Still
I
there.
have sweat coming out of the top of my head.
I want to jump onto his back,
Who's?
Scott's, because he has
All
a
right, pull a
sword.
brick.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Don't die this fast. Come on, man.
No, it's like I just got back.
All right, so you jump on Scott's back, and you are trying to wrestle this sword from his grasp. He has just picked it up, and he's not really proficient in swords. You, on the other hand, being the arts and crafts person, have very deft fingers.
What are you talking about? I once played King Arthur in a production of Camelot.
As you jump on Scott's back, your shirt also gets ripped off strategically, cut and right down the middle, and your shirtless self is also glistening in
Yes,
the moonlight, and it
absolutely.
seems to be oiled. And the two of you are now fighting over this as two
Man.
men shirtless are wrestling over this this sword. And yeah, you pull the sword away from Scott's grasp.
You really know how to get me going, Billy.
I'm sorry, pal.
I had to eat this, and he just had to pull a brick to steal the
I already-
friggin'
you
sword from me.
jumped at the opportunity.
I was waiting for you to do something, pal.
But did you see
I
that
didn't
brick
think I
pull?
could.
Did you see that brick pull? It was awesome.
All right, you have the sword.
Okay. I'm going to.
I kick him in the nuts.
Pull a brick.
You kick him in the nuts. Okay, he walks towards you, and he rears up to try to like kick you in the nuts, and trying to get his sword back.
You're gonna die.
He
You're gonna die. I set you
leans
up
up,
for death.
and as he's doing that, the sword is still in his hands. You see a foot coming towards you, and he
That works. That works.
manages to connect, and that foot comes flying at you and hits you square in the gonads. And
Aw,
you have a
man.
sword in your hand, and you go down hard, but you are still.
Can I take the sword from his form laying on the ground now that I've kicked him hard in the stones, or?
Yeah, you could totally do that. Are you guys doing anything else while he's bent over and he's on the ground?
I'm gonna punch Virginia in the face.
You're
I'm gonna
gonna.
hit him in the head with my wooden sword.
Okay. As,
Well, I just punched her in the face.
as
Oh, you did?
As
I missed that.
We'll rectify this. So he goes to punch Virginia in the face, and as he goes to punch her in the face, Virginia brings up this sword, and a flail would have hurt.
Oh, I have
John.
to go down.
Yeah.
Like a flail would have hit you upside the head. She brings up this wooden sword.
No, the far side of
Does
the one
she
that has
though?
just two.
She brings up this wooden
Is it a little bit
sword,
loose?
and you kind of laugh at it. And
If you look up
you
here at
don't
the top
move
there.
as she hits you
The
upside
far
the
side of
face
that
with this sword. And this wooden sword comes careening towards
It's
your
super
face.
precarious, but it's
and
loose.
as the wooden sword hits you on the side of the head,
Oh, excuse me.
you're not there anymore.
She slapped me out of existence.
You're standing. You're
Just like your
standing
mama.
in front of a police car, holding a wooden sword, as two police officers riddle you with bullets.
Oh shit.
And you have the sensation of being hit by multiple bullets.
That's not fun.
And as the sword breaks contact with you, you are standing in front of her and you are bleeding from multiple wounds. Any pulls that you take from here on in will be doubled.
Oh, so I have to make 2 pulls instead of 1.
From here on in, anytime you decide to do something, and if it is a 2-brick pull, you will be pulling 4.
Okay, cool.
And you are on the ground hurt. Let's rectify what happened in this scene. Okay?
Okay.
So he's on the ground with the sword. You would like to try to take the sword from him. Right?
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to do? Okay.
I figured I incapacitated him with the kick to the nuts, but
He is down on the ground, and you could probably very easily take this sword. I'll give you a contested pull if you want to hold on to it. I'll give you, if you want to pull 2 bricks, I'll let you get a swing in.
Oh. I'll let him have it.
Oh, he gives you the sword.
Because he did hit me in the nuts. It's
Yeah,
like, at
yeah.
my grip,
You
it's
take
like,
the sword, and
it's
you're
fine.
standing over him with the sword.
and I'm going to try and resist the pull of Robbie, and as I'm fighting with it, I have the sword pointed down at him, and I look at him and I say, "Run!"
And then I run. Real
You
fast.
run really fast.
Try, but now it's swollen nuts.
You run really fast, and you are holding your nuts. I like where this is going. So you all of a sudden you see him get up and sort of run and try to run outside of the circle, but he can't. You hit an invisible wall. There's like a circle of light where this flagpole is, and you hit an invisible wall. And as that happens, the circle of light gets tighter.
I'm going to put my
Punch in a little bit.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
No, you're good.
I'm going to put my back against the flagpole and kind of like looking at all of them, and I'm going to hold the circle out and the sword out because I don't know that they're possessed too, and I'm like, leave while you can.
That's not how we play the game. You're breaking the rules. A knight doesn't break the rules. And you're holding a knight's sword.
Can I try and stab Glenn Robbie? Can I do another heroic and just like throw myself and try and impale Glenn Robbie? Or am I too far gone?
How about this?
Oh no.
Oh, man.
Robert turns the sword on you. And you are now holding the sword in a very precarious way, like this, with the point coming towards you.
Okay.
I will let you knock over the tower so that you do not eviscerate yourself. If you want to stab him, you are going to have to channel a part of you, some red, hot, fiery part of the human soul that is only accessible through magic that you have only dreamed about in order to turn this sword on this figure that is controlling all of you.
So it's a pull to survive and a chip to turn the tables.
It is a pull to survive. Now think about this in the long game. Can Brian handle a turning of the tables?
You guys might want to slide that barrel closer because I don't know whether or not Brian can, but I feel like this is what the audience would want.
Do you want to switch spots?
And
How about this? We'll take a vote.
Ooh.
Let's go to the audience.
Oh no.
Audience,
The audience is so mean.
audience,
I can feel it.
I will let all of you pick, and I will stand by the rules.
What about our live studio audience?
I'll even go to the live studio audience if anybody wants to vote from the live studio audience.
Jim, would you hold that bucket for me?
Just post in the chat, chip, if you want to have
Chip or brick?
chip,
Yeah, chip
or
or
brick. And
no.
I will make this challenging.
Bucket smells nice.
That's
For
good.
now.
For now, yeah.
If he goes, we may all go. Are there any
So
rules
many.
about showing up on Twitch?
Rudy says chip, 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 chip. Fire says chip. Castle Master says chip.
Are there rules?
Who the hell is Lieutenant Butternuts?
Guys, are there rules about throwing up on Twitch?
No,
I'm just making sure.
I don't think so.
These nuts, says Alan Ruler. So that's 2 votes for nuts.
That
3
wasn't
votes
on the
for
table.
Chip. I'm gonna allow it.
What?
Chip for Kelly Dragon,
What?
which is
How
weird
did that
because she's
happen?
sitting right here.
What?
I feel like the nuts need to be saved for a contested challenge, really.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah, you're planning on being dead before then.
I swear, Brian, if you throw up right next to me, I will never forgive you.
so
Okay, the bucket's next to you too.
I didn't see a single brick in there. I'm shocked.
are you?
Four chips.
I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this as your DM, your drunken master. I'm saying this as your friend. It might be a good time to not do your chip. Like as you would. In case you ever want to run for office one day and someone finds the video of you throwing up live at the coffee
When I
shop.
saw someone do this, they used gloves to put it in their mouth. They didn't touch it with their fingers.
I will hold the wrapper then.
And
when
then
I
they
pop it
cried a lot.
in. All right, I'll take off my glasses.
Oh my god. Oh no, please, please, please. Don't throw up.
Do it. I almost thought
Can we switch seats so you throw up this way?
No,
Tim, you have to watch.
Tim, take one for the team, damn it.
Oh god, this is gonna be horrible.
This is how much I love all of you out here in the Plaster Dragon channel and how
This
much
is
I appreciate this
great.
family
Don't
that we have created.
Don't you wish you were taking a shot now?
I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight.
The booze does not look so bad anymore.
Nope. Back to my need some.
Hey Matt, remember all those great things I said about you like earlier today?
Let me
I'm
smell.
so scared.
No, I might need to have one.
Nope.
I might need to have one. I
I'm gonna
can't
let Tim
smell that
smell it
shit.
before I eat it.
No.
Yeah.
I don't wanna.
Don't forget to type in the word camp.
Unless we want to change the word. Unless we want to change the word to hurl.
No, because I imagine people are going to be searching for this for a long time. So this will be.
Let's make this and this and.
Oh god.
Have you ever gone viral on YouTube?
Buddy,
I would like to right now question every life choice that has led me to this moment.
Right.
But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I just also want to know who the hell Lieutenant Butternuts is, because I do not. What's that? That's you.
Wait, you that don't know, that was Matt, the one that gave us all this stuff.
I'm like,
made
who
them.
the hell is saying nuts
all right,
and
let
chips?
me narrate this.
Okay.
Let me narrate this. Okay.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not nibbling.
You've pulled the sword out, and all of a sudden, time slows down.
Prepare for technical difficulties, screen.
And you look at this person that's been through so much and is terrorizing your friends and is just a tragic hero. And all of your friends look at you, and all of a sudden Robert's spell is broken on all of you. And you stop, and you have your wits about you, and all three of them look at you and they say, "Stop! Don't do it!" And you look up, and the moon comes out, and it glitters off of your royal chest. And you look at them, and with one deft move, you pull the sword, and you go, "It's okay. I played a doctor once." And you pull the sword and throw it hand over fist towards Robert. And as the sword flies toward him, it looks like it's not going to hit until
And then-
fate or life pushes the sword towards him.
Now?
Do it.
And the sword implants itself in Robert's chest, and the spell is broken. He is gone,
I'm doing as fast as I can.
and you are back around the campfire. You are back around the campfire, and Glenn goes, "All you have to do is say, 'Wake up, Robert. Wake up, Robert. Wake up, Robert.'" And his friend comes jumping out, and it's absolutely terrifying. And you guys all get a little shock and a scare. And somebody goes, "All right, kids, the kids are coming in tomorrow. Like, we got to hurry up. Everybody go get some rest for the night." And you all go to rest, and it is a very peaceful night.
Wait, before that, I want to punch this son of a bitch in the face. I just walk up to Glenn and I go, "Glenn, that was a funny joke." Bam!
That works because you guys notice that someone's not there. You notice that your buddy's not there.
Scott?
Yeah, Scott's not there. That's weird. You don't give it a second thought, and Scott is in a clearing, and you look around, and there's just somebody with a suit of armor and a sword, and he goes, I don't understand. Like, I was told I have power now."
Are you okay?
I'm so nervous sitting next to him right now.
And he shakily picks up his fist.
No, time out. Are you okay? All right.
Yeah.
He's
I could use a
shaking.
napkin for the tears that are about to come out of my eyes.
They're already coming out of her eyes.
But what's crazy is it's getting worse by the second. The chip is gone.
I'm going to say thank you so much for tuning into Drunk and Dread this evening, folks. We'd like to thank the Coffee Shop of
Oh, is that
Horrors.
it?
Thank you all so much for tuning in to this week's episode. Once again, we're going to choose our winner. I don't know if a winner's already been chosen, but let's go ahead and choose a winner before one of us runs screaming out of the room, and it's
We know
not
who it's
me.
gonna be.
But thank you so much. Alan Ruler has won! Yay! Thank you so much, Alan.
Awesome.
We got your coffee. We're going to give it to you.
It's over
We'll
here.
send it your way, pal. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, Coffee Shop of Horrors. Thank you for my players.
Don't thank Sideshow Sauces. Do not thank those guys.
If you yourself want to play your very own game of Drunken Dread and have your friends do roulette or Satan's Nutsack Challenge, which we will incorporate in a future game, along with these lovely chips, be sure to back the Kickstarter. Make sure you type in Dragon in the memo line. On behalf of John, Tracy, myself, Crying Brian, and all of our friends and producers, thank you for tuning in to Drunken Dread.